guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, my name is Amra. I create similar content every week, so make sure to subscribe. Also, make sure to click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. And guys, if you like anything in this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If anyone's watching my channel for the first time, welcome. I create and post content connected to gender equality every week. From now on, I have decided to post twice a week. Every Thursday, I'm going to talk about gender concepts, terminology, definitions. We're going to start out with that, and then we're going to discuss laws related to women and policies, international commitments, Pakistani government's commitments in the form of policies and action plans and legislation. If there's anything you guys would like me to address, please make sure to leave a comment below. So today we're talking about gender concepts. We're starting out with the meaning of gender. So let's go to our first slide. Our first slide says, are sex and gender the same thing? You guys, are they the same thing? No. They are different, but they are related. So let's move to the next slide, which tells us that sex and gender are related, but different, and that they should not be used interchangeably. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Sex is a classification given to us at birth, like you are male, you are female, or you're an intersex person, which we are going to discuss in a slide ahead. So let's just look at sex as a classification given at birth. It is determined by biological and physiological characteristics like chromosomes, genitalia, and gonads. Now we're talking about the different types of sexes. Male and female are the most common sexes. Intersex is the term used for a person born with ambiguous biological characteristics, which means that they usually have a combination of male and female characteristics. So it's difficult to decide whether they are male or female. So I'm going to do a separate video on intersex persons, and on Tuesday, the coming Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a video on transgender and intersex, the difference between transgender and intersex. And I'll tell you something, a lot of times I will ask for a book on intersex persons and I will get mixed reactions. Like some people will say, oh, you mean gay people, or you mean homosexuals. And that is not what it means to be an intersex person. And I'm going to discuss this in greater detail, hopefully this coming Tuesday, so look out for that. So now we move on to the next slide, which will tell us what gender means. Gender is a social and cultural construct based on the assumed differences between the two common sexes, male and female. These differences influence the culturally assigned roles, responsibilities, expectations, and behaviors that may be considered appropriate or normal. I am going to do a separate video explaining gender roles, so we're not going to go into that right now. But you just need to know what gender means, and you need to know what sex means and what the difference is between them and how they're related, how they're different. Okay. So then we need to know what gender identity means, right? It is an individual's personal conception of oneself as male or female, right? So my gender identity is that I am female, and I know that because that is how I have been characterized because of my physical and biological characteristics. Our next term is gender expression. Gender expression is how we outwardly show our gender identity through our clothing, our hairstyle, our speech, or other characteristics. I'm going to explain later in another video, in a future video, how gender identity, gender expression, how these are actually interrelated with our gender roles as well. This video is actually to inform you that there are these terms. Okay, so if you've heard the term cisgender, it is a term which means a person whose gender identity corresponds with their assigned gender. Then we have transgender. It's an umbrella term for individuals whose gender identity differs from their assigned gender. Well, let me just tell you what sexual orientation means. Sexual orientation describes a person's emotional or sexual attraction to other people. Gender identity and sexual orientation are not the same thing, and one does not determine the other. If anything's not clear to you guys and you want me to go over it again, or you want me to do a separate video on that, you just comment below and let me know about it. Okay, and if there's something I haven't covered in this, I will be doing other videos where I will be covering other terms. This is not the only video where I'm going to talk about the gender terms and concepts. We are going to keep discussing this. This is a series and we will be doing more videos every Thursday, okay? And if there is something you want me to add to my future videos about concepts, then let me know that too, so that I make sure to address that. That is what I wanted to cover today, just for a start, and we will be seeing each other every Thursday and talking about concepts, so make sure to tune in and look out for my Tuesday's video where I want to talk about the difference between intersex and transgender, and why I think that in Pakistan we should not use the term transgender, we should use the term intersex. I'm going to give you some reasoning for that. So if you guys liked anything about this video or you learned something from this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.